Welcome everyone to Vapor Drakenmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be continuing on our road to the top of this crazy Tower of Doom. Yes. I'm actually kind of glad that I brought good old good Cleopteryx into this equation because guess what? We're gonna need it. Now, for obvious reasons, we're going to want to take this guy out of the equation specifically. Because he is going to be what we like to call a massive problem. Mortu Macabre in general is a massive issue. Now, this may be even tougher as we move through here, but hopefully we can just get on with our existence. Especially since they do not have any. Now, we're going to want to focus Ethos and this guy up here, this evil Warcaster, or otherwise we are going to suffer some really bad stuff. I'm only doing this without Cleopteryx because yes, I could make a setup to make it work better, but I want to get up to the top of this tower. Since magic affinity here is overwhelming, we're going to go with more force affinity champs if that works out. If that checks out, then fine. Generally speaking here, we're going to want to have to take out the enemy sill because the enemy sill is obviously a big problem. Keeping this decreased defense maintained is going to be critical to beating this. I think I need block buffs. And I'll elaborate why. So, I need block buffs because without block buffs, I do not see how we weed through the entirety of this team. Because inevitably, they're going to take a turn. And when they do, one of these people will get the strengthen up. And if they get the strengthen up, our chance of winning is non-existent. So, yeah. That is the ultimate reason why we need block buffs to get past this with any degree of efficiency, or at all, really. Because you don't want these people setting up shop. You don't want Manaya setting up shop. You don't want Whirlim setting up, because you will not, it will take forever to get to the end of this. At the bare minimum, it will take ages. At the maximum, we just straight up lose. So, keeping that in mind, yeah, that's why you want the block buffs. So at least with him without the strengthen, we'll be able to take him out of the equation. And at least that gives us a chance to potentially get the strengthen out of the equation. Rosin can help, but it won't entirely purge it. Only by getting block buffs multiple times over in sets we'll be able to purge that out. Definitely focusing the sill down, because it's bad enough that one of the Royal Guards got strengthened without more problems. Royal Guard himself is not that good in wave content, so we have that. We're floor 93, approaching 100. Things are going to start to get really spooky really quick. Because these enemies are going to start to hit much, much harder than they normally do. So I'm going to have to try to keep them controlled and under decreased defense as much as humanly possible. Specifically enemies that might have large amounts of buffs. Like that Skull Crusher can put up unkillable on himself and counterattack on the rest of his team. That can be really annoying. I want to point that out. Got that. Generally speaking here, you don't want my sill attacked too much. That's why I'm bothering and trying to protect my sill here. Because sill is my main reviver, and these guys are smacking her really hard. As you can see. Okay, now here, this is where we're going to want to focus her first. This is where we can get the block buffs off. At least some of the members. Block buffs is practically essential for dealing with this. As well as rotating decreased defense around the clock. Because if you mess this up even once, you're probably as good as dead. Or very close to death. Because these enemies take no prisoners at this point in the tower. Blaze Krisk here doesn't have backup, so we can attack him directly. We might be able to do something with that, especially with the block buffs on him. That will limit what he can do, and then we can try to cut away some of his auxiliaries and then attack the center core here. Keeping the decreased defense down is crucial, though, in this fight. Because this guy has, like, a stupid amount of defense. Way more defense than resist, though. His resist is not very high, but as you can see. But his defense, ultra high. You do not decrease his defense, you will be here a very, very long time, and you may just die. Here we're going to probably need Cleopteryx. We're going to give this a... Well, actually, no. There's a number of options I can go for this. Because we're in a very sticky situation here. Because I have to deal with some block reviving extremists. And my only main damage dealer here isn't very durable. Unless I want to use Provoke. I might end up resorting to using Provoke. Because I don't think Provoke is as vulnerable. We needed to do that. That needed to happen. You're like, why does that need to happen? Well, the problem is that Arbiter, for all those who do know, Arbiter has a full team revive. And that is going to be very painful if she gets it off. Because what that's going to do is, that's going to give the entire enemy team another chance at life. Which, at this stage in the tower, is nothing short of devastating. real issue we have here is how do we keep the stupid... See, that's the problem. So we're going to alter the team comp. If this fails, I have other plans involving Provoke and that. But we'll try this cocktail. Because at this point in the tower is when the tower becomes extremely perilous. And you need very specific affinities in order to get this to work. So it's because of that that this is going to not be as easy as it looks. Alright, so we're going to want to target him and these idiots. Over the top. This is bad. Okay, well, we're gonna see what I can do here. So we're actually gonna want, and this is gonna sound insane, we're going to want something that can wipe them out of that affinity in one foul swipe, potentially, especially specific members. So we are going to want Provoke in this equation. That time we wanted it for so generally speaking, the reason you want as much damage as this is so that you can wipe out the main threats here. Over the top. We're going to want to keep those turn meters down if we can. Maybe... Okay, you know what? I'll do it a bit different. So what I'll do is I'll throw Vogoth into the mix. Maybe Vogoth is the secret sauce. Because I need something of the right affinity that's going to help my teammates deal with AoEs. Because the amount of AoE we have here, as you can clearly see, is extreme. And unless my members have more healing, we're not going to survive. Gonna put it bluntly, we are not going to survive unless we have more healing. So that ultimately is why I opted for, you guessed it, more healing. And I guess that still wasn't enough. Okay. So what we want instead, I guess, is something maybe along the lines of block damage. Like Demetha. You're like, why Demetha? Well, Demetha's affinity neutral for one thing. So no matter what, nobody can defy, except Mortu Macabre, which they don't have here. Nobody can defy her ability to stop the damage. So that is ideal for this scenario. Try to stop them doing excessive damage. See, because it keeps everyone relatively healthy. And by keeping them relatively healthy, we stay away from the danger zone. Because there's a very specific danger zone that we reach. And you don't want to reach that danger zone by not having something like block damage in this scenario. Their block damage or extra ally protect. As you can see, the difference is notable. And it gets me the gems. Now, here we're going to want a bit of a different cocktail again. Because we're going to want some burst damage. We're going to want some and then we're going to want, I think this would be a nice combo. The main reason for it, actually I did it wrong. So what we want to do here, right, is first focus the gal cuts. Get the gal cuts out of the equation. Get the strengthen out, press, decrease defense, lash them. We're definitely going to want to deal with the other guys first. We definitely want to deal with the Skull Lord Vargals first, as they are going to be the biggest problem here. Like, why them first? Because they hold up their entire team. That's what. You don't want the Skull Lords to hold up their entire squad. Perfect. Now we just have to deal with the Skull Swarms, which are way easier to deal with. I did not know she did that. Okay, note to self. Take those out first. Holy hell, I did not even know that champion did that. Okay, lesson learned. She is actually a problem. Man, Skullord Vargal is such a pain, man. And these enemies are such a pain. At least we're at the end of the floor. And at least it's only just the Skull Swarms and the Vargals rather than their entire fleet. Okay, got him. I'm guessing I could use him. Secret Room 10. I still don't have a lot in the way of damage. That's the problem. I have to develop Archmage Helmet as a damage dealer, because he's my only real big damage in the support department for wave content. Besides Manaya. Okay, if there was a time where I need block revive, this is probably it. I'm going to try this mixture. If it fails, we can just do a different mixture. The reason I'm targeting her specifically . Get him out of the equation. Keep it up. You want to keep these turn meters as dialed back as you can. Yeah, you definitely, because this battle will not end until, if there's a one time you need an armiger, this is it. You don't need her surviving and reviving and revive. Yeah, you want that to end. The revives must end. That is the ultimate reason why Armiger is still useful, even in later content, is because of that block revive. That and his turn meter control, but his block revive is more unique than his turn meter control. Perfect, get their attack decreased. Get them cornered. Floor 96. What was this floor again? Yeah, it's my lack of damage. We're actually going to try this mixture, because in this case we do not have any other affinity champs, and you want to match the hatch if you can, because the ultimate problem with not matching the hatch is that you hit way weak and they hit really strong, and they can end you with that. So that, generally speaking, is why you want to fix that. That try to get her low. Get that out. Get there. For that, they're perfect. Floor 97 down. Floor 98. Now we're going to want to kill this, we're going to destroy this guy first in the front here. Because... Oh, I didn't have the team cup I wanted. Whatever. We're just gonna, actually we can't. We can't. But we want this guy. We need the big boys. Because at this point, even a max damage smack is not necessarily going to stop them. They're really tanky. So we're going to have to go ham, cheese, and the works in order to get all the way. So yeah, we are coming up on floor 100 on this run through. Now, making this squad is actually extremely difficult. Before anyone gets any ideas, it takes a lot of effort to forge such a squad. You have to get all the gear for these champs to get them right. Like, I had to fuse. This guy on the right is a 100-day fusion. The guy on the far left is an extremely difficult fusion of 16 rares and 4 epics if you can get them, and you have to take them to level 50 unless you can pull him and spare the trouble. If you can pull him and spare the trouble, lucky you, because I'm telling you, this fusion's a pain. And if you get unlucky on those rares in the fusion, good luck. Good luck. It may take you ages. It took me a year to get past the RNG for this sucker. A year. I'm not exaggerating. Like, Drexthar takes 100 days at max pace, but that's still sometimes faster than Rosin, because Rosin, you've no idea how bad the RNG can screw you over trying to get him. Just trust me. Because you can, like, not pull him, and then you have to fuse him, and then the fusion can go... Because you have to pull all these, like, very specific rares, and the game can control you for a unreal amount of time on those rares. So that's ultimately why getting Rosin is tougher than it looks. Yes, he's a permanent fusion. Is he guaranteed? Depends on how much patience you have. That's the bitter truth of it. Deacon is not guaranteed, period. So keep that in mind. You can get other turn meter decrease champs, but you generally need one to get this high. I'm not making this up. You generally need it. Because what happens is, if you don't have it, you won't have anything to control these mobs, and the mobs will generally do whatever the heck they want to you, which will usually equal in You lost. Generally speaking. Let's see. Let's try this mix. This is hard, by the way, what we're doing here. What we're doing here is hard. Generally speaking, you do not want Yannicka to get a turn. And her fluffy hat as a member of the Aldmeri Dominion, which we will be covering more of those delightful and extremely annoying invaders later. When I say extremely annoying, like every day I go over there, it's like the whole place is flooded with yellow. It's like, cool. Cool! The whole place is flooded with yellow. That's exactly what I want to see. I'm like, what the hell do I even do with that? Okay, I have to compensate. I mean, I know not a lot of people watch my Elder Scrolls stuff, but it's there. If you guys want to watch it, be my guest. Go ahead. Watch it. Watch me destroy stuff in Elder Scrolls and, you know, learn about Cyrodiil, etc. If you want to see me fight stuff in Cyrodiil, maintain stuff, do all that, by all means, sub to the channel, watch the stuff on Elder Scrolls. If you want to get the full scoop on that, I'm like, go for it. I mean, and I will continue to post stuff on Elder Scrolls until I'm done with the game, which I'm not done with the game. I'm surprised I'm not done with Raid either. But I am going to be doing an Aviond playthrough again. But it's going to be, I'm hopefully going to get it on Expert. And maybe do a homage playthrough of Build B. Because Build B has the disadvantage of only normal. No hard mode available. Which hurts. Because I want hard mode to be available so I can get the prestige. That's why Build C exists. Build C exists for the true legendary gamers. And holy heck is this Pixneal. Yes, I know it's a Pixneal. Tanky. So insanely tanky. Okay. The Turvolds are the top priority. I fear the living hell out of Turvold. Because I've had enough experiences with Turvold. I'm afraid now. I've had my team run, because he's a void. He ignores affinity issues. That's why I'm afraid of him. See that? He does not care. Because he's a void legendary. Void legendaries do not care about affinity. So, because they don't care about affinity, you have to focus him at all costs. It's the same problem with... It's the same problem we had with, Neathway. Because he's got no affinity issues. All affinities are neutral to him. So that makes him extra dangerous. Like, unconditionally extra dangerous. Because there is no outmaneuvering him in the affinity department. You have to outmaneuver him by straight up playing on his own field and provoking him and controlling him and focusing him down. Which can be very dangerous. Since usually a Neathwee is guarded by some extremely powerful champions. Let's see if we can whittle this out. I know it's hard to kill Pixneal. But I'd be assuming in this situation that Pixneal is going to be insanely tanky. Okay. Magma Dragon, Force Affinity. We're definitely going to want to put him in the equation. And maybe him. Have as many provokes as we can get. Because this Magma Dragon is going to be dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And without provoking him constantly, I do not see us winning this at all. I'm saving him as the auxiliary provoke. Because this, like, see, this wave content is just the distraction. The real terror is this floor. Is this floor 100 Magma Dragon. This guy is an absolute monster. And don't even think about bringing Drex in here unless you want him to heal. There is no burning this dragon. Do not get your gasoline, do not get your matches, and do not get your Mordecai in this situation. Now I'm saving all of my provokes for the actual boss this time. If you have a healer that has a provoke, go for it. This guy is a mad fiend. Okay, well, this runs... Okay, well, what we're gonna want to do... Let's try to upgrade this artifact. I know it's not CVC ready, but please roll. Okay, good accuracy. Alright, so we're gonna need some special stuff going on in this equation. So I know this is gonna be a bit early, but I really, really badly want to get this Magma Dragon out now, before he does any more BS. Alright, so because of that, we're taking him to the Tavern, And we're cramming him, because we're going to be leveling a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow anyway, for food and for more champs. So, there we go. That doesn't increase the chance, so there's no point. We're going to save the books for tomorrow anyway. And, you know, I don't want... I need to, like, grab... You know what? I'll grab that from the shop just so it doesn't vanish. Because I don't need that vanishing. I need all the energy fuel I can get if I want to win tomorrow's CVC in any capacity. Okay, so... I'm doing this for a reason, okay? Because I need very consistent provokes. So we're gonna go try this this mix. So we're doing this for a reason. I want to have a bunch of potentially, like, I want consistent provokes, and I want them to be durable. And I don't want this to fail. Since I had the resources to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, at this point, I don't have anything to lose. Everything to gain. Because I need someone like Black Knight to control this dragon. And I can't have him squishy. I have to have him fully developed. See how little damage he now takes now that he's 60 instead of 45? And I have him in a glove? Yeah, this is why. This is why I did it. See? Keep the leech on him. Perfect. He can withstand the slam now. Perfect. Well, not exactly perfect, but I got... Yeah, keep those heals going. Because you want the heals as much as you can. This boss is extremely scary. You do not want this boss to do anything stupid. Because the second he does, you're in for a world of hurt. I mean a world of hurt. Perfect. There we go. Keep him provoked every time. Buffed, but at least we got some damage. We have to provoke him every time. We can't... I cannot stress enough how important it is to keep this guy provoked. Because every time he doesn't, we're in for some pain. We got the revive on death. He's there to try to deal with the main nucleus of the... That's his job. His job is to be the distraction. That's his job. To distract this boss. Because it can't... Alright. Well, if there's one person I'm reviving, it's Mr. Black Knight, because he is core to fighting this boss. We're not going to win if we don't keep Black Knight alive. Because even if we have to revive him many times over, I don't care. His role to control this boss is paramount. This is an extremely ferocious dragon. Any mistake could cost me the entire fight. Anything at all. And that's ultimately why this fight is such a high stakes and difficult fight. Alright, we're getting some chunk damage. Gotta try to go for the Provoke. Perfect. Maintaining Provoke on this guy constantly is the #1 way to keep this boss under control. If you've got a reviver that has a Provoke, go for it. Black Knight's not necessary. The Provoke usually is. I did that on purpose. Because I know he could do the preservation spell, but at this point, I need him to do something. This guy first. Because we need the Provokes. Max health damage is usually what you want because of how much HP this guy actually has. The Art of Pain is there to... Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Can we get a Provoke, please? I don't want my entire team wiping now. Oh no. This is bad. This is really bad. This is bad. We could wipe. This is bad. This is really bad. Get the 70k hit. Okay, she's down. Can we get this? Please? Why wouldn't he land the Provoke? Oh my god. Oh my god. At least he didn't land the Hex. Okay. Can we do it? Can we beat him? Okay, good. Good, the Provoke worked. Good. Good, good, good. Come on. Provoke. No! No! This is bad. This is bad. Fate's in the 3! The Fate's in the 3! Come on! Fogoth! Yes! Yes, he's mine! The 3 saved us. That's how you know how much Elder Scrolls I've played lately. When I say the words, the 3. Next time we will be continuing up the Doom Tower on the second to the last gauntlet and also doing clan versus clan on Raid Shadow Legends. Like and subscribe.